Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Get Cultured podcast. And if you are new here, then thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the Get Cultured family. This week I visited Kristofferson Nunes in his workspace to ask him a couple of questions about how he built his power brand UCA, the power of mentorship, and how he juggles the day-to-day tasks that come along with being the CEO of a youth marketing agency. I also picked his brain about some of the other business experiments, as he likes to call it, that he has brewing, and you'll find out more about why he calls them experiments in the episode. If you want to know more about Chris or connect with him, then you can definitely check out the info in the description box. And as always, don't forget to subscribe before you jump into the episode, because guys, we have a lot of amazing content coming your way and I don't want you to miss any of it. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening, and feel free to share and like the content if you found the episode to be valuable to you. Thank you for joining me, Chris. I'm happy to have you here. You've been on my guest wish list since I thought of this podcast.
Awesome.
So to just set the tone a little bit, we're going to start off with an icebreaker.
Okay.
So we're going to play 2 truths, 1 lie.
Okay, you start. I start. You start.
You start.
Like I ask you.
No, so you tell me 3 things, and then of the 3 things, I have to figure out which one's the lie.
Okay, no problem.
Alright?
So, share the same birthday with Vibes Cartel. 1. 2. Have a twin. 3. I graduated the same year as Alkaline. Which is a lie.
Okay. I did Google you a bit, so I know you went to Arden, or Alkaline went to Arden.
Okay.
That's possibly a truth. I feel like I've been seeing you around for a while and I know if you had a twin by now.
No, but I feel like people have twins and I don't know.
But you post a lot, like wouldn't your twin like come up at some point?
No.
I'm gonna go with you share the same like birthday of Vibes Cartel is the lie.
No, I don't want to at all.
Oh wait! Yeah, okay.
No, don't do that. I tried that too.
I forgot the point of my own game. Okay. I'm next. So, alright. This is all my real hair. I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, and I have a master's degree.
You're the youngest of 3 siblings? That's a lie? So you have a master's degree? That's a lie? So that's your real hair?
Yes.
Wow. So you have a master's degree?
No.
Oh.
That's a lie.
Oh.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah, we both misunderstood that game. Okay, so let's get into the episode then. Alright, so first off, I wanted to find out a little bit more about you and the mindset you were in or the space you were in before you became Mr. UCA. Like, what was Kristofferson?
Well, I'm still Kristoffer.
What was he doing before UCA?
So pre-UCA is what we call university college, you know. Just entered university. Actually, I did an internship at Smirnoff at the time in 6th form. That was really cool.
Okay.
I learned a lot about marketing, but I didn't want to study marketing. So I ended up studying IT. Failed first year, so I switched to econ. So I was helping and not studying marketing. I just wanted to do something new. I felt like I could read about marketing online or YouTube. I didn't feel like I had to study it.
Also, people think that.
Right, but it's not disregarding
Yeah.
the field, because I ended up starting a marketing agency. You know what I mean?
No, I'm studying marketing and you can actually read what they're teaching you.
So pre-UCA, it was just Chris doing different things. I ran a club at UA called Entrepreneurship Club, invited to the Young Leaders Initiative by Obama. I ran in 2 guild elections. I lost 2 guild elections.
You ran for president?
No. I ran for Taylor Hall chairman, and then I ran for a VP position, and I lost all 2. Back to back each year. And I learned that politics is not for me at all. So I just made up that mind at all.
You're not asking people for favors?
No, I just not asking for favors. I just felt it was too shady, bro. Too shady in terms of the dirtiness, people spreading rumors and lies. I was like, this is not for me. Before that, I was just doing different things, involved in different communities on campuses, involved in different events.
So did you always know that you wanted to do your own thing?
I like building things. And I said it's like, I like to be a part of something, seeing the underappreciated value, and somehow I also see the value of the opportunity, and I like to build it. I did that with a few companies, Island Shakes, Damn Good Brownings. I've done it for events. I've done it for the Entrepreneurship Club as well, because when I was the president, into the presidency, the club was just 5 members. When I took over, I revamped it. Got membership, got sponsorship, I got a whole branding, everything changed over in terms of look and feel. We got big guest speakers came now, we got business coaches to biggest speakers, we got we gave probably like the first day of the meeting was giving away 100 free bad dogs just for members to sign up. Like those are things I like the wow factor. So that was pre-UCA, doing different like mini freelance jobs. One to make ends meet, get experience, eruption with different people. Because I was thinking, this is not gonna be my life. Because I'm thinking after university was the next step. So I was building my network early.
Okay. So where did you come up with the idea for UCA? Because I think it's a genius idea. I've heard other people with it before, but clearly you were the person to execute it because you're doing well with it.
Funny enough, it's not a novel idea. Like, first, like, there's so many competitors in the space, right? But what I try to, we aim to do is bridge that youth gap, make it relatable. Show who is behind the team, show actual progress of starting a company.
No one else is really doing it like you guys.
Yeah, build different assets and services that not just complement a brand ambassador. Companies come to us for ambassadors for different tasks. Hey, do you have a student who does Mandarin or Spanish, we need a translator? Do you know any drama students who's willing to be a mime? Do you know any computer science students who can code this, who can build this? Again, because we have access to the schools, and here's the thinking as well. Most times, students want work opportunities. And Jamaica don't have a part-time work culture either ways. So it's either you're juggling full-time or you're juggling a job as well, like kind of hectic.
Yeah.
So we try to facilitate those part-time ambitious for students. Have some extra money in your pocket. Yeah. And then again, the students don't have the time to search for these opportunities. They're busy studying. So we just reach out, hey, these are the opportunities, apply, earn, share your stories, share testimonials.
And you're a student too when you started, right?
I was in my final year when I started.
So you knew the struggle.
Of course, like I empathize and I understand what it meant to be a student. It's not like I was in the working world and I said, okay, let's do this. Like I could understand from the ground up. Especially, let's say a final year student.
Yeah.
You're graduating, you don't know what your next steps are. You're seeing the different friends making different plans. Is it that you want to continue doing your masters, or are you working, are you looking to find somewhere part time, but you don't know the first step? How do you, where do you send a resume? First thing, how do you even write the resume? And it comes to how you negotiate this thing, how you don't know you get what you deserve. Because you're just hearing different talks. So I understand what it means.
Speak to me about the importance of mentorship, because I remember hearing you speak at an event when you were just starting UCA, and I think you said that the first person that you went to with the idea was your mentor.
Yes, like I believe that one of my mantras is my hands alone can't feel it. So I believe in mentorship like 100%. Like it's my bread and water. Like if I don't know anything, I think about who do I admire, look up to, or want to be like, and reach out and ask for advice. And I realized that helped me fast track the success of my personal life, my career life, even business life of what is posted as you say, because I've used their experiences, their mistakes, their learnings, and incorporate it into my day-to-day process. You get me? So it kind of basically jump deep here success. Can you learn from the mistakes? It could be books, it could be actual physical mentors who guided you to it. It could be people you trust like advisors, but bro, I believe in mentors like 100%, like it's solid. Like it's really solid.
Alright, so what I've always wondered, seeing your posts and everything on UCA, is it hard working with a team of young people in terms of where do you draw the line between boss and friend when it's time for that?
So it's a very interesting question, and I like that question. I'm telling you what. Let's look at the transition again. I'm moving from first year student, second year student, third year student, doing internships, you know, and then I get to start a company. By definition or default, I am a CEO, right? In those 3 years, I've never attended a class of it. How to become a CEO or principles of CEO. Like nobody teaches that shit. Sorry, I guess that shit. Yeah. But it's a learning process. Like I've learned, you learn how to speak to people. You learn how to find out what are their best interests that also align with the company's best interests.
Right.
You learn how to know and draw the line. Like it's a learning process. Like I've lost quality talent because I don't know how to manage myself as a young CEO. And these are the mistakes I feel like I had to make and reflect in terms of moving forward. So now I learned how to be very strategic with the team in terms of, hey team, let's look on adding structure, let's look at adding revenue stream, let's look at what's important for the business and not necessarily for the fluff. And it also helps me in terms of recruiting who joins UCA. For example, everybody wants to work at Google, but do they have the standard of quality in terms of working there? Do they match their culture? Do they match everything? So I have to think the same way and emulate that in maybe a standard procedure. So when the business grows and I'm not in the business anymore, like say a few years, the next CEO, HR person can look at these guidelines and say, this is our culture, this is what matches, and it creates that solid framework in the company. So it's a learning process. Like I found a book about it, how to be a CEO, but I haven't started it.
By who?
It's a Harvard Business Review book. So like a collection of articles and readings.
Okay. Do you enjoy what you do?
It gets me up in the mornings. Let me say that. So I'm not saying so. I'm not always happy and in glee, but I like doing it. I enjoy doing it. But there are gonna be days that I'm like, shit, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, can you guys go home? Like, even though I don't answer the calls and Murphy's Law just come to visit you. Like Murphy's a bitch. You know Murphy? Like Murphy's a bitch, you know. So he comes and visits you. When you know, when you least expect it. So it's a learning process. I would say that too.
Okay. So you recently started a personal brand, right? The Career Doc.
I would say it's a personal brand. It's not. Okay. It's a different side agency product experiment.
Tell me about that.
Like I said, I like building things. So, one of the ideas that came about, even through UCA was...
Were you just getting like a lot of crappy resumes from people?
Like pretty much like, you see, like so many crappy, like people send us resumes and say, oh, they want a job and I can't use this to present for them. It's hard, like, it's really hard.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, man, bro, this is so... I can't, like, I want to put their best foot forward. So the idea came about is, why not fix people's resume? But it became more than just fixing resume. It became a career center or a career resource. So I call it experiment. And I took the idea of experiment from one of my favorite books called How Google Works. And Google experiments with different products and services and basically use the one that sticks.
Right.
So right now I'm just experimenting with different things. If you look back, you see it experiment with different things. You see babysitters, you see China, you see this. But it's all about experimenting, know that works, develops the model better. So one of those is one of the best books I'd recommend any entrepreneur to read, which is How Google Works. Okay. So the career doc is not a personal brand. It's the experiment, but also to help students, young professionals to build their career. So resume writing, cover letters, resume consultation, career advice. Like students will come to me like, what's my next step? Should I go to university? Should I take a year off? And I feel like they're in a gray area where they don't need to know, they don't know what to do.
Yeah. How do they figure out what to do?
How do they access their self, their skill sets to choose a career path? And with their money going in a wrong major. Things like even how to apply to university. Like I have a little brother and it was a struggle for him to navigate that UE website.
Yeah.
And I feel like small things like that, small pains, we could be the cure or the painkillers. So, and I can imagine countless 6 more months, even this year coming up, gonna have issue happen for you. Listen, I can see it. So what about we be the painkiller? Hey, college application workshop. We help you apply for university, maybe locally, maybe abroad, but those are the different services we want to offer.
Okay. So what's next for you? Do you have any other ideas brewing? Any other problems you want to solve?
No, I always have ideas. Like I feel like I have ideas when I read. I leave it a lot to know. Like everything I get my hands. But one of the main ideas I want to bridge is, work at travel, right? And currently where the work at travel model is, most people go to in the hospitality industry. Being waitresses, being bus boys, different things in the hospitality field. I was like, why can't a student who's studying media, who's studying statistics, who's studying accounting get a internship or a work experience abroad? And I feel like that adds more value. Instead of just staying in Jamaica, where all your classmates competing against all these small firms, some people get hired, some people get left home not doing anything, and there is a vast global network. We always preach about globalization. Why would I use it? So that's the idea I want to preach, where you're able to use your summer for an internship program, probably in the States, probably in Canada, but I feel like those are quality work experience you can gain. So imagine you as a media student interning at Netflix for the summer, or interning at some major firm that does ads for those big campaigns.
Right.
And I'm sure that adds value to you because you learn on an international level how advertisement works, how media works, how communication with their clients work. And I'm sure you have a breadth of international experience, come back and share, and that adds to the whole creative economy in Jamaica. So that's the idea.
Okay, nice. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, it's a running joke on your social media pages, and you tweet up, help Chris find a girlfriend, right?
No, I was sure no.
So you found a girlfriend? No? Okay, so if we can help you find a girlfriend, let's try and find you a girlfriend. Right? What are the top 5 qualities that you're looking for?
Top 5?
Yeah, top 5 qualities that you're looking for in your dream woman. Like, what does she need to have?
Alright.
Off the top of your head.
Okay, I like to pull different characteristics.
Okay.
I feel like, how eloquent Michelle Obama is? Like, she has that eloquence,
Okay.
Like, she's not hiding, but she's dead.
Has to be effortless.
Like she's supportive, Like she's not hiding behind each other about Barack, But you know that she did it like dead. So that's 1.
Okay.
2, I feel like her in terms of ethics, in terms of upbringing, must be somebody can relate to on a immigrant's level. Like I feel like men can go uptown on the Strawberry Hill and have a date, but also can have a barbecue and butter cheese on the roadside or chill, like not complaining. I feel like it can move,
Right. That's 2.
3. This is hard. 3. How was that about 3? It has to be.
Alright, let's stop at 3. Give me one more.
I'm not bad. Let's push it.
Okay.
Yeah. 3. Her own self. How the moment somebody becomes that careful. Like for example, some people that say, hey, this is John Brown's girlfriend, not her name, but John Brown, which I really feel is the meaning and doesn't share her perspective because she don't identify as that. Family centric. Family centric is a big deal breaker. Having a large family, and I like my cousins, I like everybody. I feel like if you don't measure them, you want to rough stuff. 5. Have ambition, I guess. I won't call it ambition. It would be entrepreneurial. Like I feel like
chance to understand your possibilities.
Yeah, no, have her own, but I don't mind somebody that's not in my field.
Okay.
Like she's something off, like like artificial intelligence, something. And I want to be that person that supports her in her field. Let's say she's an author and she writes reading and she has books. I want to be a supportive boyfriend. I go to every book signing, set up that banner, and I'm there.
Okay, so you want a power couple back?
I guess like
both of you should be building something.
Something, you get me? Because I don't want a case where she just helping me. It becomes almost dependent.
Okay.
I believe in getting your own thing.
So you hear that, ladies? So she has to be Michelle Obama. She has to be eloquent, right? So she can't hide behind Barack, but she has to have her own presence. What was the second one?
Second one was, I think that was with a date. She can grassroots.
Yes, down to earth. Down to earth, family centric.
I enjoy a plate of sushi and bun and cheese.
Yeah. Bun and cheese is a must, family centric. And the fifth one was she has to be an entrepreneur.
Minded, it's all about thinking like that.
Alright. Okay, so before we close out, I always ask my guests 2 questions.
Okay.
Alright, so the first question is I want to know what's the impact that you want to have on Jamaica.
That I want to have? I just feel the impact I want to have really is clear direction of focus for students or youth, meaning that they have adequate role models, adequate resources to use, not necessarily just be focused on school. Like I feel like that's a huge steal away from my development because I felt like if they ever had an entrepreneurship class in school, I feel like we'd be a millionaire already. Like they tell us not to sell bad dreams and these things, and I think those things stir entrepreneurial thinking, and I think that kind of robs us of our creativity and our initiative and drive. But I feel like what I want to have an impact is more openness in other ways to think, or to think critically, or to think beyond just having a good grade, how to think and communicate, and just be nice to people. So those are the impact I have with people, and then generally just one man. Got that really?
Okay. The second question is, if you could give me and my audience one piece of advice to leave us with, what would that be?
Piece of advice. Have a mentor.
Okay.
And I say this because not necessarily I have one, but if you look on most great people or successful people, everybody in life, they had a mentor, like somebody helped them along the way. Don't try to feel like you do it all on your own. So have a mentor, reach out to them, build relationships. And like I said, be nice to people.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching that episode. If you loved it, please hit the like button so that YouTube will know that you like our content and will show you more of it. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get updates when we do upload new content. And finally, leave some love in the comments. Let me know where you're from, what your takeaways were from the episode, what you'd like to hear more of, who you'd like to see me interview. I'm here for you. So let me know, give me feedback. I'm open to it. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. See you next episode.